Good afternoon, guys. Catfreeze 1979 here, checking in again. Now, this is my second video on Hyperverse. My first video was quite long. This is a more condensed video, and I'm just going to take a closer look at the actual numbers, the critical numbers that are involved in Hyperverse, and how that translates into making money. So, first of all, we have four main currencies or tokens involved, and we have US dollars, of course. So you put your money in, say 1,000 US dollars, and then Hyperverse give you what's called hyper units, or HU for short. So they give you 1 HU for every 1 USD. So I get 1,000 HU after I deposit my 1,000 US dollars. My account balance will show 1,000 HU. Then I can let it mature for a while. So after 200 days, it will be double. It will be 2,000 USD or 2,000 HU, sorry, I should say, in my balance. But now I can go and withdraw because I've waited 200 days, and that's the rule. You have to wait at least 200 days before you can withdraw. Well, before you can take out your initial investment. Anyway, that's my point. But as to the withdrawal rules, I'm not 100% sure on those. I don't have a Hyperverse account, so I can't give you any details on those. But from doing my research and speaking to a few other people, it's 200 days before you can take any money out, and you're only allowed to take out your initial investment. And then you've got to wait another 200 days. You have to wait for it to mature again before you can take more out. Something like that. I don't know the full details. Okay, but we're working on the assumption it's 200 days, and you're not going to take all your balance out. You're just going to take out your initial investment, which was 1,000. You want to get that back out, because that means that going forward, any money that you have left, any balance left, is risk-free, assuming that you got all your investment out, that is. And that is not always as simple as you might think. It depends on various other things which we're now going to look at. So we're going to look at MOF and HVT. MOF stands for molecular future. It's just a currency on the currency exchange. It's just another crypto token or whatever. And HVT, Hyperverse token, which is the main one. Incidentally, MOF isn't worth very much, guys. It's worth thousandths of a cent. One MOF is like tiny. One HVT, on the other hand, is sitting at around $1 at the moment. It was peaking at around $7 in January. It's fell flat on its face. It's now down to $1, and it doesn't seem to be really picking any traction up in the last few weeks. Seems to be stuck there. MOF, on the other hand, is a little bit more erratic. However, its value is pathetic. Its value has never really gone above $2 or $3, and it's now sitting at way down below 1. It's like 0 point, and then add on a few more zeros before you get to a digit, before you get to a number. You'll see the actual values in a minute. I'll show you that in a moment. Okay, so let's get into this. So you put your USD in, you get HU out, you then decide at maturity to convert that back into USD to withdraw to your bank account. Wouldn't it be great if you could just go from HU back to USD? That would be amazing, because then there'd be no exchange rates to worry about. You may incur a withdrawal fee, which Hyperverse have now introduced, I believe. And you wouldn't have to go through MOF or HVT. But unfortunately, you have to go through one of them. So sadly, that introduces more risk. That introduces exchange rates at those points. So let's look at this in closer detail. So if we look at this flow diagram, the exchange of funds is represented in the following flow diagram. You start at A with your USD, you move to B with your HU, you then move to C and you decide to exchange for HVT or MOF, or a combination of both. Usually people go for HVT because it's worth more. It seems a little bit more stable than MOF. But sometimes MOF is actually worth more. It just depends on your timing and whatever. But generally speaking, nowadays, from what I've seen, MOF has fallen way down. It's almost zero, whereas HVT is sticking around $1, as I said. So that's point C. And then from there, you convert that back into USD, so back to A, and then you withdraw to your bank account. So that, unfortunately, guys, that's the cycle. You can't go from A to B and back to A. That would be amazing. But then why would Hyperverse even exist if they allowed you to do that? It wouldn't make any sense. They're basically giving you money for free. We're assuming a 1-to-1 ratio here, 1-to-1 exchange rate, obviously, between USD and HU and between HU and HVT or MOF. Now that might not always be the case. Hyperverse are in charge of that. They set the rules, they set the rates, but we're going on the assumption it's 1-to-1. Anyway, so I've set up a formula and I'm going to show you a couple of examples. So let's get into that. So example 1, Pat invests $1,000 and withdraws $860 at maturity, making a net loss of $140. How did that happen? Well, he put in $1,000 initial investment. That was changed into 1,000 HU by Hyperverse. He waited 200 days and his balance at maturity was 2,000 HU. He then decides he wants to withdraw. So he exchanges his HU for HVT. Now the exchange rate for HU to HVT is 1-to-1. So he has now got a balance of 1,000 HVT. Now great, now he's in a position to convert that back into US dollars to withdraw to his bank account. Now the HVT to USD ratio or exchange rate is 1 to 0.86. That means every HVT is worth 86 cents or $0.86. So it's actually less than $1, guys. So if I was to go ahead with that, that means I'll be making a hit, taking a hit. I'll be making a loss of 14 cents per HVT. And the rate from MOF to USD is that teeny weeny number there. I'm not going to even read that out. It's too embarrassing. But yeah, you can see how pathetically valued that is at the moment. So yeah, so I convert my 1,000 HVT to USD and I withdraw $860 to my bank account. 860 minus 1,000 minus 140, which is 140 loss. And then rinse and repeat. Then I basically do it again and again. When Hyperverse allow me to withdraw. If Hyperverse say you can't withdraw, then you can't withdraw. It all depends on your maturity and the rules that they've set in the program. So you basically go in and you try to do it. They'll tell you how much you're allowed to withdraw. You try to do it, it'll either work or it won't work, basically. And then yeah, you just keep doing it and hopefully you make some profit. But yeah, there's nothing to say that you're going to make a profit at all. You could end up making losses every time. It all depends on those numbers, guys. I mean, you know, 0.86 is the very critical number there. Because that's less than 1, guys, you know, that instantly means loss. And look at MOF. It's pathetic. I'm not even going to talk about that. So we're now going to look at a positive example. Dan invests $1,000 like Pat, but he withdraws $1,300 at maturity and he makes a nice profit of $300. How did he do that? Well, it's pretty much exactly what Pat did. The only difference here is Dan has an exchange rate HVT to USD of 1.30. So great, that's fantastic. So he'll be rubbing his hands. He'll be getting drunk tonight, perhaps. Anyway, the MOF hasn't changed. That's still pathetically low. But yeah, so Dan decides to get it out and he changes his 1,000 HVT to 1,300 USDs, transfers to his bank account. So he now has made 300 profit. So he's got his initial investment back and he's got £300 on top of that. So he's technically he's £300 richer than when he started, when he joined Hyperverse. Any Hyper units that he has left in his account are now basically risk-free. He can just leave that there, let it grow. He doesn't even have to withdraw it, or he can wait for an opportune moment to withdraw it. But as I said before, it all depends on Hyperverse and their rules and their exchange rates as to how much he will be able to withdraw, or how much profit he'll be able to make. And again, rinse and repeat. Dan can just go about happily doing that. So he's made his 300 profit, so he's happy. Going forward, he's not really worried of what if he loses all his money from that point forward, it doesn't matter, because he's already made 300 profit, so he can't lose. Pat, on the other hand, is down 140, so he has to then recoup that, and he might not recoup it. He might end up chasing his losses, a bit like if you go to a bookmaker's and gamble on a horse. If you win your first race and you make loads of money, then great, then your day at the horses will be fun, you know. But if you lose your first race and you're down a lot of money, then your day at the horses can turn into a nightmare. You know, you could end up losing race after race after race because you're trying to chase your losses. You're trying to get your money back that you lost in the first race. So you need to be very careful, guys. So yeah, I'm going to summarize the variables now. So variable A, that's the amount of HU that you're allowed to exchange. Hyperverse control that. They will tell you if you can do it or not, and they'll tell you how much you're allowed to. Could be 1,000, could be 2,000, could be 10,000, whatever. They'll decide. B is the exchange rate of HU to HVT and HU to MOF. Hyperverse control that. As far as I know, it's 1-to-1, but they could change it. It's up to them. And C, the value of MOF or HVT at the time of exchange. That's controlled by the market. That gets updated continuously. If you go on to, if you Google and go to one of those exchange websites, you'll see the value, which is a real-time value. Okay, so the final equation, the magic equation, guys, for our profit and loss is profit loss equals A times B times C. It's as simple as that. In Pat's case, it was 850, and that was generated from 1,000, which is A, that's the amount of HU that he put in to the withdrawal system. 1, which is the exchange rate, B, HU to HVT, and 0.86, which is the value of MOF or HVT at the time of the exchange. So that was the value of his HVT when he exchanged his HVT. So that's how that came about. Sorry, I actually made a typo there. That should actually say 860. I apologize for that. 860 equals 1,000 times 1 times 0.86. I'll just correct that now, actually. So there you go, I've corrected it. And Dan, on the other hand, he got 1,300, and that came from 1,000 times 1 times 1.3. And I'm sure you can understand the numbers by now. It's just A times B times C, and you can see those values correspond there for Dan. Okay, so the investor's dream. So the investor's dream would be to have B and C greater than or equal to 1. Why? Because if B and C are greater than or equal to 1, then his profit and loss will be greater than or equal to A times 1 times 1. So that will be greater than or equal to A. So A is the hyper units that he's exchanging for USD. And so he had 1,000. So that means it will be greater than or equal to 1,000. So that means he can't lose. Now obviously you don't want it to be equal to it. That's boring. If it's equal to it, unless you're deciding to leave the program, cut your losses and run, you don't think it's worth a risk, you don't want to lose any money, and you decided, right, I'm off. So yeah, you could just decide to take it out if it was equal to it. If those rates were exactly 1 each, then you could just decide to take it out and run. But that's boring. Why would you get into a program and then do that? I want to get into a program to make money and make profit. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait for them to be greater than 1, or their product to be greater than 1. So I want, when you multiply the two together, I want them to be greater than 1. So for example, even though the HVT to USD is sitting at 0.86 just now, if Hyperverse offered me a ratio of 2-to-1 for my HU to HVT, then it's worth it. Why? Because then the equation would be A times 2 times 0.86, which would be 1.72 times 1,000. So that means I'll get $1,720, which is a profit of $720. But I don't think Hyperverse somehow are going to give me a ratio of 2-to-1. I'm living in dreamland if I think that's going to happen. But yeah, I mean, it is possible. So it all depends on the product of those two parameters. So if that's less than 1, guys, then you're onto a loser. Then this program is not going to make you any money, and you should wait for a better time to withdraw. Another thing you need to watch for, they've introduced withdrawal fees, which I believe, as I said in a previous video, is 20 to 30 HVTs. It's just another way for them to make money, I'm afraid. It's ridiculous. I have to admit, it's absolutely ridiculous that they've suddenly introduced this now, but I'm not surprised. They're obviously, my conclusion there is they're obviously feeling the pinch. People are trying to withdraw and they're under pressure, and the funds may be running out. Assuming it's a pyramid Ponzi scheme, then, you know, the money, there's not enough money to go around everybody. If the guys at the top are creaming it off and running, then there's not going to be enough left for the guys underneath. So the withdrawals will get paused, and then they're going to have to start introducing fees. Okay, so you got to watch for that. So according to that investor's dream, that's the equation, and then Hyperverse gives you a HU to HVT MOF conversion rate of 1 to 1, and the value of your MOF HVT on the exchange is at least 1. So if that's all true, then yeah, you're onto a winner. And the reality, sadly, for most people, it's highly unlikely. It depends on withdrawal rules, as I've said, conversion rates, withdrawal fees, value of exchange, maturity duration, time of withdrawal. Now, the time of withdrawal is something I want to quickly touch on. For example, if Dan went in today and decided to withdraw, and the exchange, the rate on the exchange is 1.3, then great, he goes in and does it and he gets $1,300. But suppose he's busy or he's tired and he decides to have some dinner and go to bed, and gets up tomorrow and says, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And then he gets up tomorrow and he goes on and he tries to do it, and then he discovers, to his shock horror, the rate is now only 0.7. So it's dropped from 1.3 to 0.7 overnight. And let me tell you, ladies and gents, that is very possible. I have seen that, actually. So in that case, it would be very dumb for Dan to withdraw, because he's now only going to get $700 back, so he will lose $300. So he'll be even worse off than Pat. So he'll be 300 down if he does that. So he better go and get his withdrawal done quickly before he makes his dinner and goes to bed. So if he wants to make any money. So that's the thing, guys. So the time of withdrawal, very, very important. You need to go and check those rates on the exchange. So the conclusion is, know your numbers, guys, and choose your time very carefully. So yeah, as I said in my previous videos, I put a disclaimer in all my videos. It's for guidance only. Don't take it as gospel, and do your own research and analysis. And again, I don't think it's wise to invest in Hyperverse at this current time. The rates are very unattractive, and I don't think they're going to get any better. You know, MOF especially, that's just ridiculous. I'm quickly going to show you the rates now. So Hyperverse is sitting at 0.85. It's been sitting like that all day. It hasn't really moved much. I'll just refresh that. Oh, 0. See, it just quickly changes. You see that? And the graph, look at the graph. It's ridiculous, you know. Fell off a cliff edge there and just flat lining out. And then we'll go and look at MOF. MOF's, look at that. Now MOF is almost identical. Look at the stark similarity there, guys. Amazing, isn't it? I don't think that's a coincidence at all. So that they have a sort of Ponzi pyramid type shape to them, you know, very high and then falling off a cliff and then just flattening out, kind of. And you know, 0.00077753. I mean, whoa, what the hell is that? I mean, come on. I mean, guys, you know, I mean, there's guys on there on this online website. They're even writing scam. Look, scam 100% from D City. So yeah, guys, I mean, just be very, very careful what you're doing, okay? So thanks very much for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll have more videos very soon. Take care.